The person you love opened up to their mother about you for the first time. And shockingly, she cried out, "You, my beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." There are moments that quietly change two hearts forever, and this was one of them. The person you love carried your name in silence for so long, protecting it like a precious secret. But today, that silence finally broke. For the very first time, they sat beside their mother, took a deep breath, and spoke about you with trembling honesty. Every word came from the deepest place in their heart. At first, their mother simply listened without saying a single word. The room became unbelievably quiet, as if even time wanted to hear what was about to happen next. Then your name was spoken again, and everything changed. What happened after that was something no one in that room expected. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal the reason this conversation will never be forgotten. Listen carefully. As your story unfolded before her, their mother slowly closed her eyes. She wasn't thinking about appearances or success. She was searching for something much deeper. She remembered a feeling she had experienced years ago, a feeling that only appears when destiny quietly introduces two lives meant to cross paths. Then, without warning, tears filled her eyes. She suddenly cried out, "You," and stopped before finishing the sentence. Everyone in the room froze. Even the person you love couldn't understand why those tears appeared so suddenly. Was it happiness? Was it surprise? Or had she recognized something about you that nobody else had ever noticed? Stay till the end, because the unfinished words she couldn't speak may become the biggest revelation of this entire story. But the greatest surprise had not arrived yet. The person you love looked into their mother's eyes, waiting for an answer that seemed impossible to predict. Instead of speaking immediately, she reached for their hand and smiled through her tears. It wasn't a smile of sadness, it was the smile of someone who had just remembered an unforgettable truth. She whispered that some people enter our lives by chance, but others arrive exactly when heaven's timing is perfect. The room fell silent once again. Your name was still echoing in everyone's heart, and the sentence she almost completed was left hanging in the air like a mystery waiting to be unlocked. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what she finally decides to reveal next changes the meaning of everything you've heard so far. What happened next left everyone speechless. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love gently asked, "Why did you stop after saying that one word?" Their mother's eyes remained fixed on the floor for several long moments before she finally lifted her head. She admitted that the instant your name was spoken, she felt an unexplainable sense of peace. It was not because she knew everything about you, but because she recognized something that cannot be described with ordinary words. She said that real hearts leave quiet signs long before they arrive, and somehow your presence had already reached her heart before your footsteps ever could. The person you love was stunned. They had expected questions, but instead they were hearing words that sounded like they had been waiting their whole life to hear. Then the conversation became even more emotional. Their mother smiled softly and confessed that she had never seen this kind of light in her child's eyes before. She explained that people can pretend to be happy for years, but they cannot pretend when love is truly changing them from within. She told them that every time your name was mentioned, their face transformed with hope instead of fear. That single detail answered every question she had been carrying in her heart. The person you love could no longer hide their emotions. They realized their biggest secret was finally understood without needing endless explanations. Stay till the end, because the next sentence spoken in that room carried a meaning no one expected. Just when they thought the conversation was over, their mother slowly stood up, walked toward the window, and quietly whispered that sometimes life introduces one special person who changes an entire future without even trying. She turned around with tears still shining in her eyes and looked directly at the person you love as if she had reached an important decision. A deep silence filled the room once again. The person you love waited for her next words, knowing they would never forget them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the answer she gives next will completely transform everything they believed about you. The silence finally came to an end. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Their mother slowly turned around, looked straight into the eyes of the person you love, and spoke with complete confidence. There is something about this person that cannot be ignored. Those words sent a wave of emotion through the room. The person you love could hardly believe what they were hearing. They had prepared themselves for doubt, for hesitation, perhaps even for disappointment. Instead, they found unexpected understanding. Their heartbeat became louder with every passing second because they knew this conversation had crossed a point from which there was no turning back. Your name was no longer a secret, it had become the center of a life-changing discussion. Then an incredible memory surfaced. Their mother revealed that she had quietly noticed little changes over the past few weeks. Her child smiled more often, carried new hope in their eyes, and spoke about the future with a confidence she had not seen in years. She admitted that she had wondered what had caused such a remarkable transformation. Now the answer stood clearly before her. She gently said that when someone's presence brings peace instead of confusion, strength instead of fear, and hope instead of doubt, it deserves to be respected. The person you love lowered their head with tears of relief because they realized they no longer had to hide what was in their heart. Stay till the end, because the biggest revelation is still waiting ahead. But the most unforgettable moment was still about to arrive. Their mother took one final deep breath and reached for an old family photograph resting nearby. She looked at it for a moment before smiling softly and saying that every family waits for the day when someone truly special enters their story. She paused again, leaving the room wrapped in complete silence, then looked directly at the person you love with a calm expression that changed everything. "There is one more thing I have to tell you," she whispered. Those words froze every heartbeat in the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what she is about to reveal next will make everything that happened today feel like only the beginning. No one was prepared for her next words. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Their mother held the old photograph close to her heart before placing it back exactly where it belonged. She smiled with quiet certainty and said, "Some people don't simply enter a family, they slowly become part of its future." The person you love stood completely still. Those words echoed again and again in their mind. Every fear they had carried for so long began to disappear. They had expected questions, but instead they found acceptance wrapped in unexpected warmth. In that single moment, they realized this conversation had become far greater than a simple confession. It had become the beginning of a brand new chapter. Then she revealed the reason behind her tears. She admitted that when your name was spoken, she didn't cry because she was worried. She cried because she saw genuine hope shining in her child's eyes for the first time in a very long while. She explained that a mother's heart notices changes long before anyone else does, and she had watched happiness quietly return day after day. She gently said, "If someone's presence can bring this much peace without even standing in this room, imagine what tomorrow could look like." The person you love could no longer hide their emotions. They smiled through their tears, knowing they had finally been understood. Stay till the end, because the final words of this conversation changed everything once again. Just before leaving the room, their mother stopped at the doorway and turned back with one last unforgettable smile. She softly whispered, "The next time your heart tells you to speak, don't let fear silence it." Those words settled deep inside the person you love, giving them a courage they had never felt before. They knew another conversation was coming soon, one that could change both of your lives forever. The room became silent once again, but this time the silence carried hope instead of uncertainty. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what the person you love decides to do after this conversation will surprise you more than anything you've heard so far. Everything changed the moment they stepped outside. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love walked away from the room, but their mother's words continued echoing inside their heart. Every step felt lighter than before. For the first time, they were no longer carrying this feeling alone. They looked at the sky, smiled quietly, and whispered your name with a confidence they had never known. Deep inside, they made a promise that fear would never again decide what they could or could not say. Something remarkable had begun, and they could feel it with every heartbeat. Then an unexpected question stopped them completely. Just as they reached the front door, their mother called them back one last time. She looked at them with calm eyes and asked, "If this person were standing here right now, what would you say first?" The question was so simple, yet it carried enormous weight. The person you love remained silent for a few moments before a gentle smile appeared on their face. They admitted that they wouldn't begin with grand speeches or perfect words. They would simply say that meeting you changed the way they looked at tomorrow. Stay till the end, because what happened after that answer became the most unforgettable moment of the day. The final surprise came when no one expected it. Their mother slowly nodded with complete peace in her heart. She said that true feelings never need to be forced because they naturally find the right moment to be heard. Those words filled the room with hope unlike anything before. The person you love realized they had been given something far more valuable than permission, they had been given confidence. As they walked away once more, they carried only one thought inside their heart: the next conversation would not remain unfinished. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the decision they are about to make will bring this story closer to a moment neither of you will ever forget. The next morning brought a feeling that could not be ignored. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love woke up before everyone else, but this time their heart felt different. There was no confusion, no hesitation, only a quiet determination growing stronger with every passing minute. They remembered every word their mother had spoken the night before, especially the way she smiled after hearing your name. Those words had become the courage they needed. As they looked out the window, they realized that keeping their feelings hidden no longer made sense. A new chapter was waiting, and they could already feel its first page beginning to turn. Then something completely unexpected happened. While sitting with a warm drink in complete silence, their mother walked in and placed a gentle hand on their shoulder. She didn't ask another question. Instead, she simply smiled and said, "Sometimes the greatest opportunities arrive only once, and they should never be left waiting." Those words struck the person you love deeply. It felt as though every doubt they had ever carried disappeared in a single moment. They closed their eyes, took a deep breath, and quietly decided that the next time your paths crossed, nothing important would remain unsaid. Stay till the end, because the choice they were about to make would surprise even those closest to them. But the story was still building toward its biggest moment. Before leaving the house, the person you love looked back one final time. Their mother gave them a small nod, as if silently saying that everything would unfold exactly when it was meant to. That silent encouragement became more powerful than 1,000 spoken words. They stepped forward with hope instead of fear, carrying your name in their heart with complete confidence. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the very next step they take will bring them closer than ever to the moment they have been dreaming about all along. The distance between two hearts was finally beginning to disappear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love walked forward with a calm confidence that had never existed before. Every step reminded them of the conversation with their mother. They realized something extraordinary had happened, not because someone had told them what to do, but because someone had finally believed in what they already felt. Your name no longer brought uncertainty. It brought peace. And that quiet peace gave them the strength to imagine a future they had once been afraid to dream about. Then fate seemed to whisper at exactly the right moment. As the day unfolded, small moments kept reminding them of you. A familiar song, a passing smile, a simple memory, everything seemed to point in the same direction. They paused for a moment and softly admitted to themselves that some connections become stronger the more honestly they are accepted. They smiled without even realizing it, knowing their mother had seen the truth long before they found the courage to say it aloud. Stay till the end, because the next realization changed the way they looked at your story forever. Just when they believed they understood everything, one final thought entered their heart, and it refused to leave. They quietly promised themselves that the next chapter would not be written by fear or silence, but by honesty and hope. At that very moment, they looked ahead with a smile that carried no hesitation. It was the smile of someone ready to take the first real step toward the person who had already changed their life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next encounter will reveal words that have been waiting in silence for far too long. The moment they had imagined so many times was finally drawing near. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love paused for a brief moment before taking another step forward. Their heart was no longer asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" Instead, it quietly asked, "What if this is exactly where everything begins?" Those few words from their mother had changed everything inside them. They realized that fear had been standing between two hearts for far too long. Now, with every passing second, that wall was slowly disappearing, replaced by hope, trust, and a feeling they could no longer ignore. Then an unforgettable realization filled their heart. They remembered the exact moment their mother had whispered, "Some people arrive for a reason greater than we can understand." At first, they thought those words were simply comforting. But now they understood their true meaning. They weren't being encouraged to chase a dream. They were being reminded not to run away from one. They smiled as they imagined the day your eyes would meet again. They wondered whether you had felt the same invisible connection all this time. Stay till the end, because the answer waiting ahead is far more powerful than anyone expects. And just before the day came to an end, the person you love looked at the evening sky and quietly made one final promise to themselves. They would no longer hide behind silence or unanswered questions. They would choose honesty, even if their voice trembled. Deep inside, they believed your story was only beginning, not ending. At that exact moment, a peaceful smile appeared on their face, the same smile their mother had noticed when your name was first spoken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter reveals the first move that brings both of your hearts closer than ever before. The first move finally happened. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person you love stood quietly for a long moment before reaching for something they had been afraid to touch for days, a message they had written but never sent. They read every word again, smiling at the honesty hidden inside it. This time, they didn't erase a single sentence. They realized that waiting forever would never create the future they truly wanted. Their mother's voice echoed once more. The right words become powerful only when they are finally spoken. Those words gave them the final courage they had been searching for. Then something completely unexpected crossed their mind. They wondered if you had also been waiting in silence, hoping for a sign that everything was about to change. The thought stayed with them until it became impossible to ignore. They closed their eyes and imagined the moment your paths would meet again, not with uncertainty, but with complete sincerity. Every heartbeat carried the same quiet promise: no more pretending, no more hiding, only truth. It felt as though every moment leading to this day had been preparing them for one unforgettable conversation. Stay till the end, because the next decision will become the turning point of this entire story. And just when everything seemed perfectly clear, their mother gently walked into the room once again and noticed the peaceful smile on their face. She didn't ask what they had decided because she already knew. Sometimes a mother understands without hearing a single word. She simply nodded and softly said, "Now your heart finally knows where it belongs." The person you love smiled with quiet confidence and looked toward the future with hope shining brighter than ever before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the very next moment brings the words that both hearts have been waiting to hear since the beginning of this journey.